What is up guys, I hope you're well. My name is Mark and today we're covering r/Tales from Tech Support. If you're new here, why not click that subscribe, that like and maybe that notification bell if you enjoy the content of course. And as always, just to mention, if you are subscribed, click that bell and tick always, because by default YouTube always sets it to they pick and choose when they want to send you my videos. And with that being said, let's get started. Our first story is from Guru Dad. Printer Exorcism. Meant as a joke, but holy hand grenades, it worked. I am a freelance consultant and occasionally am on site for break-fix stuff. This occurred many years ago, so apologies if some of it is a little vague. I was working on a client site and one of the employees there came to me about a printer issue. It seems the HP printer, sorry, I don't remember the model, but it was a colour inkjet, low usage, had developed an issue where she could print a single sheet. The second sheet would be garbage, and then the printer would lock up and she couldn't print unless she powered it down and back up again. Annoying. I did the usual, firmware update, no update available, driver update, driver's up to date, reset printer spooler, no change, uninstall/reinstall, no change, roll back to older drivers, no change. Out of frustration, and just an attempt to put a funny end on the "we need to replace your printer," I put my hands on the printer like an old school southern preacher and in a very fake southern evangelist voice. This was Florida, so no one was offended. I said, "By the power of IT and with the blessings of HP, in the name of Bill Gates and all things Microsoft, demons be gone." I printed a test sheet. It worked. I printed a 2-page report. It worked. I printed a few other multi-page reports, including the one she just tried to print and could get past page 2. It worked. The printer worked flawlessly for another 4 years before it was finally replaced. The guy is a wizard. Oh, I love that story. This next story is from Crazy Lady 2. I'm not restarting my modem. I'd sooner drive the full 175 miles to your HQ to punch you. So, among the literally thousands of calls I've had in my 4 years in tech support for an ISP, this guy really took the cake. It was the apotheosis of all those calls. It was the most infuriating yet, in hindsight, hilarious call I've ever had in my life. He came in on a fairly quiet Saturday morning and the conversation started quite normally. I said, "Good morning, this is Name from ISP, how may I help you?" The customer said, "Yes, hello, this is," his name. "I just woke up to my wife and kids complaining there's no internet and the television isn't working either." "Oof, that's quite inconvenient. I'm going to have to check where the issue might be and try to fix it." "Thank you." He gave me his postal code and house number. I confirmed his details and ran a scan on his address. There was absolutely no signal, so I needed to do basic troubleshoot with him first. I said, "Do you know where your modem is, sir?" "Yes, it's next to my front door." "Good, could you please tell me which lights are on or blinking on it?" "There are a couple of lights on, not many as usual though." "Is the on light on?" "No." "Okay, your modem is not receiving any signal then. I'm going to have to test if the problem is the modem or the signal towards your house. For that, I need you to turn your modem off for about 30 seconds. Could you do that please?" The customer says, no." I say, "I'm sorry?" "That sort of thing is your job. I'm not touching that modem." "You need to pull out the power cable, wait 30 seconds and plug it back in." "Like I said, that is your job. Send someone over to fix it." I was not sure if he was joking or not. I was just baffled at the hard turn this conversation just taken. I said, "Sir, there is a basic troubleshoot we need to run with all our customers that solves like 90% of all." And he cuts me off. "I don't care. I'm not getting paid for this, so I'm not doing your job. Now send someone over." I said, "I can't very well send our technicians over just to restart your modem, sir." "You can, and you will compensate me for the time I haven't received any of your services." To which I respond, "I don't care much for your tone, sir. Either you cooperate with our standard troubleshoot or I cannot help you." The customer then says, "You got a pretty big mouth there, missy. What's your name? I'll issue a complaint against you." "My name is OP, sir." "OP what?" "Just OP, sir." "Scared to give me your last name, "No, just not obligated to give it to you. You've been very rude to me, so I won't give it to you." "Oh, you think you're so high and mighty because you're on the phone. I know where your HQ is. I'm driving over there right now and you better make sure to have your eyes open when you come out." And he says my first name in a mocking tone. I snickered at the thought. He lived about 280 kilometers, 170 miles from our HQ. Plus, he only had my first name, and he had, of course, no idea what I looked like. I said, if you'd rather take 3 hours to get here and then another 3 to get back home, rather than take 30 seconds to restart your modem, you're welcome to do so. I'm now terminating the call and issuing a threat warning. Have a lovely day. I hung up before he could respond and reported a threat of violence to my manager. He made note of it and put it through our second line to pick this further up. I wish I could say this story ended here, but unfortunately it continued as I resumed taking calls. Not 5 minutes after I got back to work, I got him on the phone again. Good morning, this is OP from... Ha! There you are. You think you could just hang up on me? I'm taking this to court. I'm cancelling our services as of right now. I say, I've issued your violent threat, which we recorded by the way to our second line, sir. I'll add you wish to terminate your contract. They'll call you back within 2 hours. Goodbye. I hung up, and he thankfully didn't try to reach me again after that. I did learn afterwards he had, in fact, taken this case to court and lost. His services were cancelled 5 months before the end date of the contract, and he had to pay up the remaining 5 months. I hope it was worth it to him. I did not press charges for the threat since I never took it seriously. I mean, I literally laughed it off. Thinking back, it still makes me snicker. I'm imagining him driving for 3 hours, arriving at our HQ, asking all the women who left the building their names in the hopes that he could do God knows what to one of them. Then driving back home for 3 hours, not to mention having to stop for gas, which cost a lot here, and still have his wife and children complain they have no internet or television. Idiot. Oh, how can someone get so wound up on the phone? I mean, call centers sometimes can be frustrating. You've got to admit that, you know. Some of them are just not very helpful when you just go around in circles. But to issue threats to say that you're going to turn up on their door. Our next story is from Puke Forest. Maximising Windows for users is now IT's responsibility. Jumping straight into the story, there are less users on the site than usual due to the eve of a major holiday, so I was able to escape to a dark corner and type this up. Multiple help desk emails over 3 or so weeks about a user unable to format their document. Keep asking for screenshots or more detail. Of course, none are ever supplied. Finally, users manager gets in the loop, stating it was unacceptable that we as IT professionals didn't show this user how to format documents, etc. Notwithstanding that teaching users basic computer skills should not be in IT scope, I finally suss out users' office location. I have never visited this user before, and strangely, their location is one I had scarce been to. I walk in, introduce myself, and the conversation goes. I say, "Hi, can you show me the issue so we can work on a solution?" The user says, "Sure," and double clicks the icon for word processor. Something strikes me as off with the clicking. Sure enough, user is clicking with the bottom of their pinky. At this point, I notice the user is using the mouse upside down. I stare in disbelief for a few moments, then snap out of it. Amazingly, user is as fast at this method as anyone doing it normally. The fix was literally, click the square in the middle of the minus and X. Careful about the next utterances leaving my mouth, I ask, "Is this how you use your computer at home?" User laughs, "Oh no, I don't have a computer at home. I've never really touched one until I was hired here." I didn't dare ask the question of whether the user had heard of things like appliances or furniture. I figure I had 50% chance of being right. See earlier comments regarding users living like cavemen. User thanks me for my assistance and I walk away, backwards, and slowly close the door, trying to process what I've just witnessed. I then opened the door again, ever so slightly, making sure I didn't leave behind some doorway to another dimension. I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna try using the mouse upside down right now with my pinky. That is like, that is a weird situation. Imagine becoming proficient at doing that. Our next story is from GFT RGC. Just achieved a major IT management career milestone. I didn't know where else to put this, but I feel like I've reached a major milestone in my career as an IT manager, and I just wanted to share it because it might be the thing I'm most proud of. I've been a cert manager for about 3 to 4 years. It was an unexpected promotion when it happened, and I definitely didn't feel like I was ready. I wanted to channel the better managers I've had in my career and focus on developing my team. I wanted to invest in them the way my mentors had invested in me. I hired a junior analyst a couple of years back. He was green, inexperienced, and quite frankly, a total pain in my ass. I had to teach him the basics of everything. I had to hold his hand, teach him not only how to be an analyst, but how to be a professional. I'm not going to pretend, there are times I hated him and I wanted to fire him, but slowly I noticed him starting to turn a corner. Before I knew it, he was one of my better guys. I was proud, watched him as he blossomed not into just a solid analyst, but a great one. He started training your peers and building them up. It was so cool to watch. I left that company last May. It was a hard decision to make, but it was the right one for me. He ended up following me to take a position I had open in my new team. I was flattered that he'd be willing to follow me. We took on some major projects with the new company, and honestly, without him, I may have failed. He was invaluable to me, put in the work and grinded with me until we were both past our breaking points. I realised he wasn't just one of my better guys, he was my best guy I've ever had. We had a lead spot come open on another team within the company for a different project. I told him to apply, and I thought he would do well. He was timid about it and didn't think he was ready, but applied anyway. He told me that his interview went okay, but not great, and that he didn't think they liked him. I just got a call from my boss saying that they absolutely loved him and are formally offering him the lead position this afternoon. I'm so fucking proud of him. Losing him is going to suck, but I know he's ready, and I've never been so excited. It's taken everything in me to keep it in today and not ruin the surprise and excitement of him finding out this afternoon. I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy for him. He's grown so much the past several years, and he so deserves this. So, if you're reading this, man, congrats. I'm proud of you. Drinks on me tonight. And what a way to end on a nice wholesome story like that. Imagine having a boss like that. How different would your jobs be with a boss like that who pushes you forward, although he said he might have sacked him a bit earlier on. But the guy loves him. That's amazing. I love that. Congrats on you. I'd love to know an update on this. I'd love an update on this, to see how he reacted when he got told. But it was mind blown. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy these stories, please consider hitting that like, that subscribe, maybe that notification bell, as it really helps this channel out. I know I say it all the time, but it truly, truly does. Just clicking that like, the interaction on this channel is what pushes us up the ranks and helps us push forward. Thank you, guys. Much love, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.